Yo, what's
Hey man,
happening,
how's it
man?
going?
What's happening, bro? I'm been playing Elden Ring, man. Fuck me, bro.
Yeah, nah.
You know,
Everyone's been.
I came into that game thinking I was gonna be hard. I literally died in the first 10 minutes of the game to a bloody goat. I'm like, what the fuck,
Hey, I'll be real. I've been seeing a lot of memes where it's been showing like
bro?
people playing Elden Ring and they're playing
Yeah,
like the main story and they're going through that, but then when it came to the DLC, they're getting their asses
bro.
whooped.
It came to a
So,
point. Even I made a meme. I was so frustrated. I'm like, I have to let people know my experience, man.
is
Fuck.
it that hard?
It's hard, bro. Even the common enemies can kill you in 2 shots. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this
Yeah, but
game,
you
man?
should. Surely you should be strong enough to
So,
be
bro,
able to
the
battle.
thing is, yeah, even if you're strong, like I'm like level 215. The
Oh
recommended
wow.
is 150. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm overpowered. I came in there, the common enemies are attacking me like 2 hits. I'm like, what the? But the thing is, they got their own power scaling in the DLC. So if you wanna like
Okay.
attack more and deal take less damage, you have to collect these these blessings and then you just put them on yourself. But it's scattered all around the map, so you have to look for them.
How
It's not,
far are you into it though?
man, I've just been doing the optional bosses and
So you
then
still got a
diamond.
lot to go.
To be honest, I don't generally think I do, but at the same time, in terms of the story, but at the
Mhm.
same time, there's I think I'll have to do another playthrough of it because there's so much shit like you can only get in another playthrough. So if I'm, mentally, if I'm crazy enough to do it, I'll do it. Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah, sorry,
Well,
this is not about Elden Ring, this is about One Piece, isn't it? Sorry.
no, 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 no.
I'd love to
It's all
talk about
good.
Elden Ring. But
No, it's all, yeah, no, I know you've got a lot. When it comes, listen, guys, when it comes to Elden Ring, this guy's your man right here, man. He will
I
tell you
love the Elden
everything you
Ring,
need to
man.
know,
Anything
the lore
regarding
about
about
it,
Dark Souls. Bro,
everything, man.
before we talk about One Piece here, there's a story revelation there about what happened in Elden Ring, and I was like, man, we like there was one character. You remember that one character I spoke to you about the pedo? He's kind of
Say
like
that
a
again.
pedo. The Moog, the Lord of Blood. Yeah, if people is hearing this, they'll probably understand, innit? And spoilers, this guy was brainwashed to kidnap this Mekula person, innit? By Mekula himself. I'm like, what the fuck? This Mekula person, bare sly. Like he brainwashed
It's-
Moog, yeah, and then
Yeah,
after that, but he tried to brainwash Radan. But Radan was like, no, I'm not into guys, sorry. Because he's a boy, innit? I'm not into guys, sorry. And technically, you're my sibling as well. So Mekala goes to Melania, the one. Melania's like, goes to her sister. Look, man, our, our half brother doesn't want to get married to me. Can you please like deal with him for me? He's like, then, because since you're my brother, and then that's the reason why they fight because Radan said no. He couldn't take a rejection, basically. I was like, what stupidness is
hey,
this, man?
like I said, guys, I don't know much about Elden Ring. This guy's your guy right here. He knows everything. So what he's talking about is goes up. Like I'm listening, but it's like at the same time, I'm just like I have no idea who these guys are because
You
I've
know, the
never.
thing is, you know what's worse? I did explain it to him. He's like, uh-huh, seems interesting. I know for a fact you were like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck this big guy plays, man.
Hey, no, 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 no. It's not like I don't give a fuck. It's more like I have no idea what's going on. So
To be
I'm
honest, though, you
clueless.
do to me as well. Sometimes I'll be like listening. Yeah, who are these characters? So don't worry, man. It's payback for when I do it to you. I don't. Um, One Piece,
All right then,
uh,
guys.
chapter 1117. Yeah.
Yeah, chapter 1117.
Just letting you
You
guys
know,
know, Horsey did just read it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago now. So he's more
yeah,
hyped than
I
I
did,
am.
guys.
Yeah, I read
So
it.
I'm gonna be more hyped.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I told Yas to read it on the day. We thought we was gonna cover the chapter, but
Yeah, man. Now the hype for
unfortunately,
me's died down. It's like, oh,
yeah, yeah,
it's not really.
you know.
I let it sink. I was like, oh man. Oh, I don't.
Which is why we're gonna hold on to the next one
Yeah, definitely,
until
definitely.
the day we actually do.
Because
We're gonna hold on to
I
the next
haven't
one.
actually read the next one, so I
Yeah,
want to read the next one.
neither have I.
I'm gonna go in this blind as well. Ah, then cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, since you're more hyped than me, you can start
Let's
with
start off the chapter.
chapter 1117, and really enough, it's just called A. Oh my god, then. Ah, then.
Yeah, that's weird, you know. Like, what a name for a
But
chapter, you know.
I'll explain to you why it's called A, but after we finish the chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Well then, so we left off where we left off, right? Was
Mm.
I'm I'm mistaken. Yeah, where they found out, where I think it was York found out that the
The
recording,
signal was coming from the robot. Yeah, yeah.
the yeah, was coming from the giant robot, the Iron Robot, basically,
Yeah, my boy.
and then all the elder stars. Or would I call them elder stars or elder planets? Yeah, they were just like, oh, word, yeah, we'll go after him then. And then just you just see the Iron Robot just walking through the island, as big as he is, just stomping and just causing havoc and being with this menacingly look on his
Mm,
face, and
mm,
you know. So it ends there, and we begin at Pirate Island, and we've got a bunch of noobs. I'm gonna call them noobs because like no one is like, these are. I mean, Blackbeard don't even care for these guys. Let's be real, and
yeah.
they're already complaining about if because they think again, these guys think that the treasure, the One Piece is like a treasure, so they think that everything's in the bottom of the sea,
Mm,
like the gold. Like obviously, and people are saying, don't be stupid. There wouldn't be gold. There wouldn't be a city of gold underneath the water. That would be impossible for us to reach there again because it's 200 meters below. You know, we'd have to get ships that would go down there. Funny enough, there have been ships that will go down there, and then they're questioning, do we have money to do that?
mm.
It's better to be friends with mermaids then instead. And the pirates are like, yeah, that's a good idea, you know, because obviously mermaids is an easier way for you to get into what Fishman Island or pretty much down in the depths of
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
that's weird.
underwater.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is where it shocked me the most. In the first panel, you see Don Krieg and Jin,
Yeah, and you
and
see
they're
the other
walking.
guy as well. You see in the back panel, there's that his third one of his other crew members as well.
Yeah, the third dude, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the big
And
chin.
then, yeah, well, he looks like whoa, yeah, you caught one nicely. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
What's it? It's been a long time. I forgot the. Hey, do you know what? It's been a long time for him, bro. I can't remember his name, but I know that Sanji fought this guy.
yeah,
You know, it's been
he broke
such
his
a long
shoulder.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I don't. Jin's carrying
Or
a
was it
sword.
Luffy that fought him? Say that again.
You know Jin, yeah. I thought he uses tonfas. He's holding a sword. Weird. Unless,
Two
yeah,
years can change a man, you know.
that's true. That's true.
You know, we would have never, with 2 years, we would have never known that Luffy was able to use Gear Forge. You know what I mean? He would have probably still be able to use Gear 2 in the new world, and people would be like, oh, that's still the same Luffy. You know,
Mm.
things change, but it looks like the third member of that crew is just messing around while it looks like Don Krieg and Jin are on business. And I gotta say, I dig the new looks of Don Krieg, man. He's got his hair flowing and he's got shades on.
Mm.
Both of them have got shades on, if
But
I'm
the
being
thing is,
honest.
it's
You
like
know?
okay, you know, when I read that, I was like, huh. I thought they're gonna like come back in the chapter. I was like, oh no, it's just a little cameo. You know what I mean? They
The
didn't even
thing
say
is,
anything.
a little cameo can always mean that there's something that they're planning to do. You know, when you see characters that have had uh, a history with Luffy in the past,
Mm,
and then you see a little cameo in the present time, then that means in the future, most
yeah.
likely they're gonna have a part to play. Because when you remember, there was a cameo after Doflamingo got taken down by Luffy. That cameo
Mm.
was Rob Lucci and Spandam. Spandam
Oh
was like
yeah, yeah,
basically sucking up to Rob Lucci and saying, "Oh yeah, he's been taken down," basically. And then you didn't see Rob Lucci's face, but you knew it was him. And
yeah,
then people was always at the time they were thinking, "Oh, is that
yeah.
Rob Lucci? Do you think he's gonna come back? Oh, he's got a cameo. You know, you never know he's gonna come back."
Yeah, ah, fair
Eventually,
enough, fair enough.
he had
Yeah,
two movies, which was again non-canon, which was Gold and Stampede, and then he had the situation regarding the Gear 5, which was part of the story.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I always believe when these characters from the past they show a little cameo in the present time, for me personally, it's because they're gonna play a part in the future.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, then so
And we also see, oh man, what was his
Chris
name?
Nolan.
Nolan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Ancestor.
Nolan's great 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 great
Grand.
great 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 grandson. Oh, Nolan. What was his name? Because his name's not Nolan. Nolan. His name is
Uh, so I can't. It's been a while, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. His name is
Um,
Mont Blanc. That's it.
Mont Blanc. What?
No, 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 no,
That's
no. That
Nolan.
was no, that's
That's
Nolan.
Nolan guy.
That is no. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. I do apologize.
No, 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 One Piece. Let me see. Grandchild, isn't it?
Yeah, great grandchild.
Uh, Sorry, I'm literally on the wiki. I'm just gonna find out. Uh, yeah. Uh,
It's crazy because when you think about it, it's been such a long time for these guys.
yeah.
Like you forget majority of their names, and it's like, and here I call myself a One Piece
Yeah, but also you don't
fanatic.
remember everything. That's fine.
That's it. Yeah, I remember.
You
That's
know,
it. I remember his name. Cricket.
cricket. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna take you for that.
my bro. I, I would have never remembered it, but yeah, it's cricket, my bro.
Yeah. Oh, but he like, I kind of like his smile. He's like, yeah, I've been I kind of been knowing that there's treasure underneath the water, even though technically he thought Skypiea was underground. So
Yeah, bro. It looks like he's going back in business as well, Yasin. Look, bro.
yeah,
Man's growing the beard and he's got the pirate and my gear. He
I'm
looks like he's ready
yeah,
for what he quit back in the day. Now he wants to go back down there, especially now he knows with all the gold that goes down because he was already swimming in the water back in those days. So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna want to send his crew and his ships down in the water and see what they can conjure up.
Mm,
You know, we go to Navy G5 General Hospital. This is where the Marines are all resting up after the big fight in Pirate Island,
the sword
and
fight.
they're even listening in. Yeah, sword, and they're even listening in on the situation about what's going on around the world. And I feel like yeah, like they say, it's a lot to take in. Kobe's just saying that, like, Kobe's such a good boy, just saying that, oh, these are notes that he's gonna write down in his little journal, because he's probably gonna revise over them.
Yeah, it'll be good information.
But they feel like they know something which we don't know, which is kind of confusing because it's like when you see Kobe saying this appears to be leading us to a pretty dangerous conclusion, don't you think, Prince? And then
These are like answers.
Prince is like, I sure do. Seems like an answer that shouldn't be. And then obviously they're getting ready to figure out what it is because they're like at the end of the day it's their duty to
Find
protect
out.
the civilians
Mm,
and do the duty of maintaining peace and order throughout the whole world.
yeah.
We see ex Drake.
Yeah, actually listening to the conversation.
I think he is because you got a little transponder snail next to him, and it looks like it's
Oh
got
yeah,
the
he is.
little yama
Yeah,
yama.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You must be listening.
New World
You
is
see
going
Smoker.
crazy. Yeah, on his bike.
My man's using his driving his bike. He's like, what the hell? What's up?
I ain't seen that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't seen that bike in a long time.
Because the Tashiki's like,
So it's good to
where?
see it back, because it was
Yeah,
such a good night. It was a nice bike, you know. And then you see people just, asking questions of Vegapunk, asking like what Roger left behind, while Vegapunk's still relaying the news, like relaying the news about what's underneath the water, what's gonna happen to the whole world. During that period of time, the Straw Hats are trying to escape, and the barrier it seems to be coming down. So what
yeah,
happened is I think Stussy was able to take down the barrier so that the Struts would be able to escape.
yeah,
Obviously, extending the clouds so that they can reach to the bottom of the sea. Because if it wasn't extended, it means that where they'd fall would probably be on like some ground, and
Yeah.
they'd crash their ship. That's why the sea. That's why the clouds was extending further and further, so it can push the ship towards the sea, so they can float.
Yeah.
So when the ship falls down, it can just float and then sail
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem is, where they're heading towards, there's an army of marine ships that's waiting for them. So regardless, they're in a sticky situation basically.
But
And
aren't they loading up the cola bottles so they can use the cube
yeah, which is
first?
why they're gonna say once they drop, they're gonna use that cola to
Yeah.
basically coup the burst their way out of there. But
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
same time, you have to ask yourself, everyone needs to be on that ship.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Not
why. That's
everyone's on
why
that
everyone's
ship. So
there.
I feel like, say that again.
That's why everyone's making their ways there now.
Yeah, but I feel like Luffy's probably going to jump on the giant ship though, because he won't make it into this ship on time.
That's true. I feel like
Because
that too.
he's with Dory and Brogy, my bro. Dory and
That's true.
Brogy got their
They can meet
ships.
up later. They can meet up later. But then,
Yeah, they can meet up later. Yeah, as long as everyone's out there, that's the main thing.
yeah, yeah.
So
Let's see
right
if they
now,
can.
hmm?
Let's see if they can like meet together. I mean,
Yeah,
sail together.
you know, Straw Hats love to split up at times. Right
Yeah.
now, though,
It's
the
been a
crazy thing
while since they
is,
just sailed together. Other than
yeah,
Wano, it's been a while.
you know,
But I think
last time they split up was what? Just Rosa.
yeah.
Half the crew went to Zoe, and the other half stayed in just Rosa to deal with the Doflamingo situation. So
And
it's
then after
like,
that, most of them went to Wano.
yeah, you know. And then the other half went to Whole Cake Island, like you said. You're right.
Yeah, they
The
went to
one stayed
Wano.
and went to straight to Wano.
Yeah,
So when we was reading it at the time, it took roughly 2 years for the Straw Hats to finally meet.
yeah, it
Two
would.
years for Zoro and Sanji to finally see each other in the same chapter, because when you think about it, these chapters were going slow. For someone that's basically reading it now, it wouldn't take that long
Oh,
because the chapter's
yeah, yeah.
already out. Yeah,
But if you were reading it in real time, yeah, it's like
yeah,
would have been 2 years. Yeah,
yeah, it would have been. And then you would have been like, you, and crazy thing is, we didn't see Zoro for like 2 years due because of the whole Cake Island arc.
yeah, yeah. It's true. No, you're not wrong.
Right. We saw him when he got to Wano, but we didn't see another 2 years before he met Sanji again. So it was like it's been years and years, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So they're always split. But this is one of my favorite scenes. This is the highlight of the chapter
Yeah.
because I didn't know this was gonna happen, right? Because I told you I
Well,
went in
did
this blind.
I'm kind of glad this happened though because you're like, oh, like, I genuinely did want this to happen.
You knew. I won't lie. You knew. In the previous
Episodes, I did
podcast that
say
we've
like,
been discussing,
yeah, yeah,
you did say this.
yeah, yeah,
I genuinely thought it wasn't gonna happen. You did say this, so I give it to
yeah.
you. You got
Yeah,
you got
I'm
points for
really
this.
happy it happened. Like, yo, finally, it makes sense. They're both sword fighters, man. Zoro ain't gonna Zoro ain't gonna bloody step down to not have a fight with a sword
I'll
fighter.
be real. I thought Sanji was gonna fight this. I thought Sanji was gonna fight Zoro. I won't lie. I thought he was gonna fight him because I thought this would be a test for Sanji because Sanji's always training against a swordsman.
Yeah.
Let him fight this guy,
And sometimes
and then
it's
the
like
moment.
sense for Zoro to fight him. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's true. But we all know at the end of the day. But it's like, yeah, because he's got a sword. He has to fight Zoro. But it's like, wouldn't it be more entertaining if you had Sanji fight a swordsman and then Zoro fight
Yeah,
someone
but it's,
who isn't
I
a
think the whole
swordsman?
like that's the thing is everyone was I get it's more interesting, but everyone wants to see Zoro fight another sword. It's his like motif, man.
No, no,
Come
no.
on, man.
Everyone, listen. Everyone just wants to see Zoro fight Miho. That's what everyone wants to see.
Yeah,
Alright?
who mind you is a swordsman. So how's Zoro gonna improve
Yeah.
himself? So how's Zoro gonna improve himself by fighting other swordsmen? Like, come on, I'm
Not
not like crazy over
necessarily.
here. I'm just saying.
I
If,
mean, not
Zoro,
necessarily
Zoro
when you
ain't
think
gonna get
about
fair enough
it.
if he's
Zoro,
up against the character. If he's up against a character, he has no choice. Fair enough, but he ain't gonna get better at his sword fighting skills if he's fighting someone that isn't a sword fighter. You know
yeah,
what
but
I mean?
you have to. Yeah, but listen. The reason why I'm saying this is right. Look at Garp and Roger, right? Roger is known to be a swords guy, and Garp was known to just use his
Okay, that's
fist.
dumb.
And
Yeah, this
them
ain't
two were always
Zoro.
boss.
This is Zoro we're talking about. Yeah, his what was his dream again? Yeah, to be the world's best swordsman, isn't it? The greatest swordsman. How's he gonna do that? By fighting other swordsmen until he beats his Mihawk. You know what I mean? So it makes
I see
sense.
where you. Yeah, yeah, I see.
It makes sense for like. Nah, I get it'll be interesting if he fought other opponents. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
and if Zoro were to fight another Elder Styles or something else, fine, yeah. But to me, it makes more sense him if he fights Nasujaro. You know what I mean?
Zoro
So,
fought anyone that hasn't been a swordsman in the time that we've from One Piece from the start to where we are right now.
yeah,
Because
he's fought Pika. Well, he didn't really fight him to be honest. He just like
he
avoided.
the spirit Pika. But then Pika came out with a sword as well, but Zoro just made quick work of that with that sword,
Yeah,
and then
but he
Pika
mainly
just used
likes
his
fighting
body.
swordsmen, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what he is. I'm trying to think. Was there anyone else that he wasn't that's not swordsman that he was fighting? Nah, I think from what I know,
I
every
was gonna say King, but then he uses a sword as well, isn't it?
yeah, King uses a sword as well. You know, the only thing that I can think of, but it's non-canon, was that film Gold. You know that big guy that's always taking damage and then he loves it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he never used a sword. He was just using some sort of axe. I think it was. But regardless, it's like it's a weapon, so Zoro could counter that weapon with his swords. But yeah, you are right. Zoro's opponents, from what I know, all of them have been against guys with swords.
mm.
You know, Foxy Arc, would you consider that?
But
Nah.
that's canon though. You said it yourself.
Yeah,
Well,
no, that's canon.
I
That is
thought,
canon. But yeah, to your surprise, but you didn't think it was canon.
yeah, I
That's
really
canon.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't know that was canon. Well, that's yeah.
But the thing is, I'm thinking today. Nah, it was like a competition, so they basically had to just fight their way out of that situation where Foxy kind of duped them into thinking, you lose this, you give up one of your members. So they took away Zoro's sword and that. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, Zoro has fought everyone with sword though. Ryuma was in Thriller Bark. The octopus dude was in Fisherman Island.
Yeah.
Mr. One, Daz Bones was in Alabasta. Yeah, you're right, my bro. He's for everyone. So yeah, it was only gonna make sense that he was gonna fight this guy. It
Mm.
was only gonna make sense. So as you can see, it's crazy because they're running,
Yeah.
and this panel is so sick because they're running after Nujisoro because Nujisoro just seems to be going
Running
ahead of
with
them.
ship. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't
You
think
know,
even he notices that they're behind him. So what does Genbi do? Genbei do? He
the thing
literally just
is, no, you have to ask yourself: Are you sure he doesn't notice them behind them? These guys are. He might notice their presence. We're talking about Zoro and Jinbei. He just probably doesn't care. He just probably wants to get rid of the ship. So then once he
oh
gets
yeah,
rid of
you
the
know what?
ship,
You're probably right. Yeah, he probably does notice them,
you
but he just don't. Yeah, that makes more sense of a character. He just wants to destroy the ship.
know.
But yeah, yeah,
So as he's about to destroy the ship, you got the rest of the pirate crew, the Straw Hats crew, just panicking. They're like, "Oh crap!" Elder Stars are heading towards us. The eyes bulge out like Gear 5 tune animation, and then like just like how it was with what's his name back in Dressrosa when he threw Zoro towards Pico. You got was
yeah.
it
Genbei did the same thing.
Orlumbus, that was his name. Orlumbus was his name that threw Zoro towards people. You got Jinbei now throwing Zoro. Bro, funny enough, it's like Zoro for a guy who's always lifting weights is so light for these guys, and they dash him towards like he's some sort of tennis
What
ball.
Genbei is a giant guy, and who was the other guy that threw him like a kind of
Orlumbus, yeah, yeah,
Alonquist is a
he
big
was,
guy as
yeah,
well, so
yeah,
you
that's
know what I mean? Like they probably fight. They're probably looking like Zoro like is not into them. Yeah,
yeah. But
you destroy.
do you feel like they'd lift his weights though? The weights that he'd always do, like with his teeth and with his feet,
Nah,
with
I
their
don't think they would go to that extremes.
yeah, that's
Zoro
yeah.
lifting teeth weights with his teeth is still generally feel like that's dangerous, but he probably needs that grip in it. So
Colgate,
yeah,
my bro, Colgate.
Colgate, bro. Yeah, turn up.
So
But yeah,
he
I
gets
like he
dashed.
throws him. He throws him in it. Dude.
Yeah. Restful Paradise, Rashomon. That's a new move. I've never heard of that before, my bro. I won't lie. So that it feels like it was a collision because both of them are struggling. I think both of them recognize each other's strength,
Cool.
and then that collision gets knocks both of them back. So it
Yeah, but
knocks
Zoro notices the sword that he uses. It's he knows it.
Hitetsu.
Kitetsu, is that I can't remember. Is that one of his swords he had before, or is that a sword that he had previously? Or he has now.
That's a good thing. Let me see.
Kitetsu, Kitetsu.
Yeah, let me go. Nah, that's a
Yeah, he's had it
so
before. Yeah, he's had it before. It's the red sword he
so
used.
so it's the Nidai Kitetsu and the Shodai Kitetsu. Whichever one it is, I can't remember. It should be the Shodai Kitetsu.
I think it's the red
He's
one.
had it before, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's a
either
supreme great sword.
yeah. So he recognizes the type of sword he has. Then is that what it is?
He
What's the?
has
Is
he
that's
probably
not the demon sword, is it? That's not the demon
no,
sword.
because that would be Odin's sword, right?
Yeah, 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 that's
The
the
one
demon.
that was given from.
Yeah, that was Odin's sword, isn't it? No,
Mm.
you know what the one you know what I'm talking about, the one where he got in Logtown. He used to, because he wanted.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what I thought it was. It's like it was, but it's not though, is it?
But nah, but that sword is long gone now.
Yeah, because it's
It
the
got
guy with the rust
replaced.
rust fruit. Yeah, you have to replace
Yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah, I remember
yeah. So he ended up getting one from
that mummy.
dude from the zombie from Thriller Bark, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was his name? The
And then
ancestor.
what happened? Mononosuke, not Mononosuke. Kinemon's like, hey, I know that sword. That belongs to us. I know. I found it in
Yeah,
Philip Park.
the
Yeah, you have to give it back. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, but
yeah,
they clashed though, and then both of them go flying off.
yeah.
It was
What
mad.
was his name again? Yeah, Ryuma. That was it. Ryuma was the one that gave him. Yeah, Ryuma gave him the Shimotsuki sword. Yeah,
Mm, from
come from.
Wano Kingdom, isn't it?
Yeah, Zoro's had quite a few swords. Some of them were destroyed.
Yeah, it was, two of the
He
swords that he
doesn't.
had were just normal swords, and they broke.
That
The
was when
white
he lost
sword,
to Mihawk. That
yeah,
was the
that
yeah,
that white sword it belongs to his dojo clan, isn't it, or something?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that's his one of his strongest swords, and then he got the other two later.
yeah.
Mm,
So then he got one from Ryuma and the other one from Odin.
yeah,
Bear in mind, Odin had two, but he gave the other one, I believe, to was it Momonosuke or can't remember. So one was the demon one, which Zoro took, and the one was the heaven one, which
mm,
I think Momonosuke or his sister took. Ah, bro,
that
it's
wow.
it's crazy right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, they sword clashes, and then
they both
I
get
like how
bounced off.
I like, I like they bounce off, and I like how Jim is, I got you. I was like, no, I'm not gonna let you go and chase you afterwards. He was making sure he caught that man. Imagine if you missed that catch, and then he had to like, oh, for fuck's sakes, he had literally had to go back and get Zoro again. Imagine. I'd be pissed as well. I would probably be pissed. I'd bare pissed at Jim. Like, bro, how could you
I
fumble
would,
that? You know this guy's gonna get lost again. Like, can't get him.
that would that would be very consuming, man. I want like time consuming. So
Yeah,
in a sense, Zoro tells them to keep going. They'll catch up.
yeah,
So we fast forward to Bonnie's situation where it looks like they're on a ship of giants, isn't it?
yeah,
And then you just see the Marines. They're just like, yeah, blow them up, just destroy them. We just gotta get them. They cannot afford. They cannot be able to leave this place alive. Obviously, Sanji's just saying like he's trying to get connection through to Luffy, see where he is. And then you hear Luffy just shouting that he's almost there, get the ship ready, get the ship sailing, isn't it? And they're like, oh, yeah, good, he's there, he's there. So we're gonna get ready and we're about to get ready to leave. And then Dorian Brogy sends his two boys from, do you remember them from the NS lobby, Omo and
yeah,
Kashi?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And both of them look so happy to be back with their captains, man. I'm glad for them, because they look the first time we met them. I remember they would just do the deeds for the Marines, and they were just miserable, and they're just doing it just for the sake of the fact that they found out that their captain's died. But then when Usopp I rate them, told them the truth. They were like, "Yo, we're gonna find our captains and make sure we're gonna go on a journey with them again." And look, here they are now. They're just causing havoc. So they tell Omar and Kesha to just cause mayhem, just make sure, just get rid of all the Marines that are in our path. And they're like, "Yeah, with pleasure, Captain." So they're just destroying and then just causing major, major havoc for the Marines and the
Yeah.
little
You know,
and
I
and
like how one of
and
them's
the
in the water.
lackeys.
I like how one of them's in the water and he feels like he's like gets one of them out the water. Hey.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, like, I can't. That reminds me of like an Attack on Titan scene. You know, when you got like one like a Titan just holding a human, he's about to get devouring. But
Yeah.
obviously in this world that doesn't happen. He's probably just gonna dash him away.
Yeah, he's probably
So
laughing. Ah, bro, sure, just shit.
yeah,
Probably like
but
that.
how do you? Yeah, because these were known to be like strong warriors, giants. Because
Mm,
any normal lackeys, yeah, would probably, how would I say, stand toe to toe against a regular pirate, innit?
mm,
But a giant, a regular giant, they'd get obliterated. So you need powerful guys to come into the scene to get rid of these giants, because giants are, they've got strength more than a regular human has. If you're not like Luffy or Kaido or them, you're not surviving a giant. This
mm.
onslaught. You're just not. So in this sense, Bluegrass is just like, you guys are pathetic. Pretty much just saying you guys are pathetic, man. What are you guys known for? You guys known for the Marines, or you
I'm
like
sorry,
we?
lady. It's not our fault we bloody just lackeys. What the fuck, man? We don't have any special powers like you. Fuck you, innit?
Oh, oh.
Damn, man, the audacity of this woman. Like, what the hell?
So she's like, yeah, we have a code to uphold. Stop being foolish and just get on with the joy.
She
That's
said
pretty
that,
much what she's
like,
saying. You know?
one of the lackeys' arms missing. Like, the fuck did she say? Like, you know what I mean? This woman, man. Anyway,
So she blows up the giant ship, and the giant's like, "Oh crap, we got a hole in our ship. That ain't good." And then
yeah,
you just see Doll come in, and then she looks like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna put a hole in you too." And I'm just like, "Yo, this woman's on it though, man." Like, cause her hand turns into pure hockey, and then she's
yeah,
giving this
pirate.
dude like some sort of stampede rush, like some sort of, like, I don't know if it's like a Dempsey roll kind of combination where she just complete consecutive punches towards his giant,
Yeah,
like bam, 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 bam. And I'm just like, raw. So she ain't.
yeah,
She's
man.
she's legit. She's
Yeah.
legit. Because I thought these Vice Admiral, yeah, she's, in my eyes, so far, I've been disappointed with all the other Vice Admirals. I know because they've been taken out by the Straws. I get that. But the only two that we've seen so far that have just done something
Mm,
is Bluegrass and Doll.
yeah.
And Doll seems to be a heavy hitter. Mainly
Yeah.
probably due to
Yeah,
the
of
fact
course.
that I think that maybe
Yeah.
she used to grow up with Garp as well. And she's
Mm,
and she's quite old as well, because she's not young.
yeah,
You know?
dark. Yeah. She's in what? In her 50s or 60s?
No, no, she's probably in her 40s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50s and
Alright.
60s, you're looking at Rayleigh's wife.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry, man.
Yeah. Mm. So yeah, so then obviously the whole situation's kind of chaotic down at the Marines and Giants, and they're just fighting each other, trying to stop one from leaving and then stop the other from stopping them from leaving, trying to escape. And then you got Luffy. He looks back and he's just like, "Oh, Spider Man's not well." I wouldn't say Spider.
Bad man.
I
Huh?
was just
Oh, shit. Spider-Man's in this now? What the hell?
wrong universe,
Peter Parker.
wrong universe. Just like the photo I
Nah.
took when he was at the con, and then I was dressed up in the Spider Man, and then he had the Marines, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm in the wrong universe."
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's disappeared. So they're no
Yeah.
longer
The
chasing
reason
him.
why, but you find out.
And then the boar guy's no longer, sorry, the boar guy's no longer chasing Luffy,
Yeah, you find
right?
out. You find out.
And then Dorian Broglie are like, yeah, that's good news. So we get to escape, innit? They ain't gonna get us no more. But you already know who they're gonna go after last chapters reveal who's got the
Man,
recording.
they're like, I love that panel, bro. Just all of them, just like, yo, this is the guy that's fucking us around today, yeah. So we're fucking him up now.
It's not all
Look
of
at
them.
that
It's
panel
just
though.
only,
Like the robot's just like walking, like, yeah, I'm just minding. I'm just trying to look for Joy
I'm
Boy.
just
Where's
going
my
about my
man?
day. Yeah, yeah.
Trying to look for Joy Boy. Where's my boy? Where is he? Like, no, you could if you break it down like that, you literally heard Joyboy walk up. Yo, Joyboy, where are you, bro? Like, I'm on this island. I heard you. Imagine that he's walking, he's minding, trying to look for someone. But that
But
panel looks
you know
sick,
what?
bro. 'Cause-
Do you know what that reminds me of? Because I was gonna say the four of them that are looking at him. Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah,
ever played Assassin's Creed Syndicate and you're just walking and you're going about your business and then you go against the Templars and the Templars, oh mate, dude, we're gonna fucking kill you, and you're just like, bitch, I'm about to just go about with my business. Leave me
yeah,
alone,
yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pretty much right here. So that panel does look menacing, and you just see the four of them are getting ready to jump him. I feel sorry for the giant robot because he has either he's aware or he's not aware. He's just focused on getting to
But you
Joy
know
Boy.
what? You know while they're about to attack him, Vegapunk's about to say something really important.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, he's about to. Before that though, you know they
See,
actually recognize the robot.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. You called it, and
Yeah,
they were from 200, and mind you, they said from 200 years ago, right?
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
attacked Marijois. So something must have happened 200 years ago.
Mm,
Earlier, probably was it due to. We're gonna come to that conclusion, but you did call it. You did
yeah,
say that the giant robot was gonna be the reason that the Straw Hats escaped. So he's
yeah.
probably gonna give up the life, and then the Straw Hats are gonna escape. So they're gonna take some losses, but they're all gonna escape. So you
Yeah.
did say that, and I give it to you, man. You've been calling it, man. What I've been saying has been like off link, like off the
Nah,
charts.
man. There's no. What's the point of you introducing that robot and not have him do something major? And I'm glad it happened. Like, yo, this guy's got a significance in this role. You know what I mean,
See, that's the thing, and this is what I want to talk about in late after we finish this chapter because it's like they mentioned 200 years ago.
nah, yeah,
This robot had a part to play back 800, 900 years ago. Something went down.
yeah,
We'll speak about that. But then,
yeah.
like you said,
Vegapunk,
yeah, go on.
Vegapunk is about to say something really important. Something that even the people in the One Piece want to know, and us as readers want to know. Yeah.
Mm,
So
mm,
this is how it goes. And it's like, lastly, I have one final message to impart to those scattered throughout the world who bear the name of thee. Yeah. And
mm,
everyone's attention is like got caught. What? Yeah. And then you see people that other people in that like Dragon, Sabo's mentioning Ace and Luffy. Um, Kobe's mentioning Luffy and Garp. Beppo is mentioning his captain. Blackbeard's a bit interested. Huh? Ah, I want to know this. He's about to say it, and then this is how I interpret. Um, who bear the name of D.A. and then as soon as the message gets cut off because the ball barges into him, yeah, and then the message gets a bit scrambled because of him, the robot getting like tumbled down. You get it? And then everyone's getting pissed. Oh, what was he gonna say? And then the signal's jamming, and then the chapter ends with York saying, "Oh, it finally stopped." So it's like
oh,
I
man.
don't know if the full like I don't know if the message will continue playing after he gets up. I do want him to get up, but yeah, the message stops from there and starts that the signal gets jammed or something. Yeah,
I
that's
think
how
that's
that
the
shit.
play, bro.
Yeah,
I just don't think after that. I feel like that's over because I feel like that's just saying Oda's his way of saying you're gonna find out about the D later on.
mm,
Maybe during the Elbar arc, maybe after that. I don't want to reveal too much. You already got part of what's happening in the world. Revealing another thing, nah, that's you know.
mm,
Thing is, people are gonna question what the D is because he
yeah,
was gonna say something, but again, it got cut abruptly.
yeah,
So it's sad because it's like I genuinely wanted to, as a reader, I wanted to know because it's not like he revealed what the One Piece was, but I wanted to know what the D is, who the D. What was he gonna say? They were the original people before the Celestial Dragons took them
yeah.
down.
That's why the chapter is called A, because as soon as he was about to say the people that have their name that bear the name of D, you have A, and then the message gets cut off in it. You get it? That A was the
No,
last part of that
explain.
message. You know A, the chapter's called A in it. Yeah. If you read
Yeah.
back to the bit where he's about to explain, yeah.
Yeah.
Lastly, I have one final message to impart to those who scatter throughout the world, who bear the name of D, A, and then the message cut off. So something's inside them, or something. There's something. So basically, that was the last thing that he said before the message. Like the last thing he said. So
Forgive
A,
me, bro.
ba-
So he was gonna say a something basically. Was
yeah,
that what
A
you mean?
something, because that message, yeah, cause that's why the chapter's called A, because that's the last thing you get to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
see, I see.
he was about to explain it, but then that part A, and then the thing Walkery barges him in it, and
Yeah, knocks him back.
yeah, knocks him back, man. I really hope he comes back, but then again, he might be right, man.
Now that's what I was gonna talk to you about. You
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
2 chapters, or was it a couple chapters ago, maybe last chapter, you've been saying that Iron
Mm.
Giant's gonna play a part in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Between, was it 800, 900 years ago? That much I don't know. Something went down. There must have been a big war that happened, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, whatever happened, he's apologized to Joy Boy. So I always believe that because he's apologized to Joy Boy lost, and some of the people that lost their lives in the war was filled with despair because Joy Boy, as the leader, lost his life, which is
Mm.
my theory, and that brought the morale of that side down, and the world government basically overcame. Well, as we know today, they are now the world government. They won that fight. They overcame them, and that's why they're in charge. And that's why it is like Doflamingo's speech about whoever's
The victors are
the
the one that write history.
yeah or the right of history exactly. Which I'll never forget that speech, which is absolutely true. You know,
Yeah, but that's Doflamingo.
because
That's not he didn't say that. Like, that's in general in history. Like,
that is in general in history. That's true because it's like whoever's the victor is claimed. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but he said it during the Marineford arc
yeah. It's
when
true.
they were
You're right. You're
yeah,
right.
you know.
Whoever the victor is, it will write history.
So
That'll be the history of the
the
world.
thing is, now Mars mentions that 200 years ago,
Mm.
the Iron Robot attacked Marijois.
Was it Mark? Was it Walkery? Walkery?
No,
No,
it was
yeah,
Mars. Mars mentioned,
yeah.
yeah.
The eyes are
Thing is,
same to me. Got it.
with this, with this knowledge, I believe the Iron Robot wanted to exact some revenge on the people that probably did him wrong years and years ago, back in the day, hundreds of years ago. So he came into Marijois, tried to attack them, and then all of a sudden, because this is 200 years ago, mind you, this is way before
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Garth's
can.
time, Roger's
Yeah, I
time,
might. Yeah, yeah.
way before even Brooks' time as well.
Yeah.
You know, this is probably after Nolan's time because Nolan was 400 years ago when he
Yeah.
found the city of gold, Chandala, Chandala, I think Chandara, whatever it was, when he was when
Shandia.
it was at the ground,
Yeah.
but then it got
Yeah.
boosted to the Sky Island, right?
Shandia. Yeah.
And they fought, and they thought he lied, so they executed him. So that was
Yeah.
like 400 years ago. So 200 years ago, after that, was when this guy attacked Marijuana. Now, remember when last chapter when we was talking about how the people would know if they would if these guys would age and they would say something about it,
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I
right?
mean, 200 years.
So
The fact that you recognize him 200 years. Yeah. These guys
this
definitely don't age, man.
this
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So the fact that they said, like you said, the fact that they've said it instantly tells me that these guys have been around for a very, very long time,
Yeah.
longer than
Definitely.
anyone's ever possibly
Definitely.
imagined, and that's
Definitely.
why they've been able to stay at the pedestal at the top of the top, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think anyone could question their authority because they've been there for a long time. My thing is, it's like in a world of One Piece, you're just humans. You're not like Dragon Ball characters like Goku and Vegeta who can live for an extended amount of years. You know,
Goku and
it's
Vegeta.
true though because
Yeah, it's true.
Goku and Vegeta are basically aliens.
Yeah, the
And you
aliens.
already know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, because they're not humans, right? But they're Saiyans basically, which is an
They look
alien race
human.
because it's
They
yeah,
look
well they
human.
look human,
The only
yeah,
difference is they got
yeah,
the monkey tail and
yeah,
they
which weirdly enough turns them into a giant ape.
the
So
great Zara.
yeah,
Great.
but
Yeah, yeah.
in a world of One Piece, the only difference is your powers that you eat, which are known to be devil fruits, that
Yeah,
grant you mystical powers in a
yeah,
sense that you become not out of the ordinary. You're now becoming
extraordinary.
extraordinary.
Yeah,
Yeah. But to live beyond your years, for the Marines to question that, my guess is it would be some sort of like a death sentence because these guys are the highest at the top. I told you if there was someone that could challenge them, it would be the commander in fleet. Sorry, the commander in chief, Kong.
yeah, but Kong
Right?
don't
He
do
should
anything, right?
exactly, but he's not going to do nothing because he
Yeah,
still knows that these guys are higher than him. My thing is I feel like is it fear that stopped these guys from questioning whether because as a lucky as
mm.
anyone like, and I'm sure it goes through any one of these guys. Like,
We
we're
mentioned
getting
this
old.
before. Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah,
mentioned this before. It's like, hold on, don't you find it strange that they don't age? It's like, yeah,
yeah,
there's no reason to question about that. Come on, man, you must question. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, we spoke about this. Yeah, yeah, but this confirms it. They do live.
The
They've lived a
200 years
long
ago
enough.
is a long
It's
time
still,
because that means
bro,
there's been different celestial dragons.
different marine.
Doflamingo's ancestors were at the time probably his dad wasn't even, and his granddad wasn't even born, and probably his great granddad wasn't even born at the time. You know, none of these characters existed in the universe. You know, Roger, and there probably was pirates, but not as crazy as it was before Roger's time. You know,
True, true.
it was just like a few. Because if you look at Rumour's story, yeah, you seen it on Netflix, right? In the
The
universe,
dragon one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's the same. That's pretty much the same universe.
Yeah, it's confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Because
yeah.
yeah, it's
Ru-
rumors the guy that he fights, isn't it?
Back
Or
then
yeah,
they had dragons and all sorts, but you didn't like necessarily see like pirates and everything. You just saw like a select few, which was the one that Rumor defeated in it because they tried to like
mm,
they killed the girl's mom and the dad, or and then they
mm.
tricked her, you know. But it wasn't as blue. It wasn't booming like it was right now in this pirate age as we speak of. Two
Yeah,
hundred years
because
ago is a long time.
no one found the One Piece.
Exactly, like
Until
Roger
Roger.
said, no one found the rope.
Roger was like,
Roger
yeah,
kickstarted all of this,
yeah, the Golden
But
Age,
200
man.
years ago was a long time. So my thing is that giant robot went in there to exact revenge.
Mm.
Unfortunately, must have failed because the Elder Stars were there to just kick him back out and just be like, "Bitch, you're not doing that because we're now in charge. Get back down." And then he failed, going back probably to Egghead Island where he just rested and laid in a slumber for the next Joy Boy to awaken,
Or
and
just
which is Joy Boy is now awakened and he's now woken up. He's just like, oh, Joy Boy's back. That means I'm gonna go help him as well because it's like I couldn't do it without him. Now that he's
I
here, I
think he
can
woke
do
up
it with
to
him.
like where to find him. Like, "Yo, what's Joey, man? Where is he, man? I want to
Yeah.
find him."
So I still believe he's got a part to play. He may, me personally, I think he's gonna die, but I think he's gonna go out hard. Like if he's going out, he's not going
Where
outside.
did he? When they punched him, where did he land?
You
He
see
landed in
towards
the water. He landed in the
the
water.
ships, the battlefields where the Marines are.
Yeah, no, he landed in the water.
No, I did
It's the
he?
water.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
look,
water.
he's
Oh
landing in the
crap.
water. Yeah, yeah, he's landing where the pirate ships water are. The sea.
Oh crap! Yeah, you could be right, man. I'm thinking towards the edge of the island where the water is, where the
It's
ships are
the
lined
water.
up. But it could be
Bad.
the water. Yeah,
Bro, he must have pushed him really far then. He was
yeah.
initially in
These
the
guys
island.
are serious.
Wow.
I'll be real. These guys, when there's been like poll votes about who's stronger. Like you got the original Marines against the
Mm,
Elder Stars. People are picking Elder Stars, but I've picked Marines because we know Marines to be strong and change. They can change the climate of the island. But these guys, these Elder Stars, they're heavy hitters, bro. Especially
yeah,
Warcree. Warcree, in my eyes, I feel like is the strongest one. Don't give me, people were saying it's Nujisora, but I genuinely feel like Warcree's the strongest. This guy just hits hard. Like
yeah,
this guy's pure tank, bro. Luffy hit him with one of his strongest moves twice, and it
yeah.
hurt Luffy.
Bro, but legit,
So
but
in my eyes,
he was in like in the middle of the island, right?
hmm,
The fact that he
in the middle
pushed
of the
him all the
island,
way to the water, that's mad.
War Cruiser. So if I have to rate, like if I have to give in terms of ranking, where because we already know number five was Saturn, innit? And my eyes, I feel like he's the weakest one. Then you got
Yeah,
Jupiter, which is the worm dude. Then you got Mars. which is number three. Then you got Nujisoro, the swords dude. Then I feel like Walker's number one. This guy is just a tank, bro. This guy's like a how would I say what's his name from the Juggernaut from X-Men, just coming and
Exactly.
stamping his way, just bulldozing like boom, bro. Just it's gotta take someone very strong to stop this guy, and I don't know who, because let's be real, like he's a tank and he's just hitting hard. Like you could use your strongest defense, but you're gonna get shoved back, man. I don't know how Kaido, yeah, because if you saw on YouTube, like what if Kaido went to Marineford and you saw that version, which is on YouTube. By the way, to all those people that haven't seen it, check that out. That is a really good clip.
Mm.
Shows basically what the events of what happened if it was Kaido that went into Marineford instead of Shanks. Kaido makes his way to Marineford, and then Shanks calls up the Elder Stars and says, "Sorry, I couldn't stop him." So the Elder Stars are getting ready. Now they're gonna be on their way to go to Marineford because they know it's gonna be chaotic there. Because then you got Kaido interacting with Blackbeard, and then the whole island just instead of like it being settled down like Shanks did, it's just gonna go. Everything's just gonna probably the island's just gonna get wiped out basically.
Mm.
So that's why the Elder Stars come into play probably to stop this. But I'm thinking, as much as strong as you are as an emperor that you are, and I don't know if you're able to stop guys like this, especially because you'll be outnumbered. Because your your guys, your second and third guy, yeah, they're your second and third guy, but what about your fourth, which would have been someone like Jack in terms of which I still believe would be Usopp because he still has a part to play because when Arlong Park happened, the four of them walked. It wasn't Jinbei wasn't part of that. Jinbei is strong, but I still believe that Usopp is still the fourth guy in the crew. People may call me crazy, but I
Mm.
still believe that's the case because look at Yasop. Yasop is in the top three of the Shanks Pirate. Usopp's still young and he will grow stronger, whereas Jinbei's already in his prime, in his peak, and he can't get any better than that, can he?
Yeah.
Right? But again, who's stopping these guys? Like five, 4, 5. There's five of the Elder Stars, and they're just about as strong as each other, if not just a little bit stronger than one another. And you'd have to be a tank because if you saw some like, I'm just thinking of names like Mihawk, like all these guys that are trying to stop Walker's charge incoming. Like, what does Mihawk do? Bring out a sword and just block it, or does he just slash it?
I
Because again, they
exactly hit.
regenerate.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like you just said, he took the Iron Giant and then knocked him back into the water.
Yeah, you have to remember the Iron was in the what? The middle of the island. You get it?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's mad. He pushed that far.
but
The island is huge.
I don't think he's going out. I don't think he's going outside. If he is, it's gonna be sad, man.
Yeah,
Because
but
let's
he
be real.
landed on the water. Do you get it?
Yeah, but you have to understand this guy was big enough to that he was so big that they all saw him from afar. Like giants are already big, but you can't see them from afar. But the
Yeah.
guys that were on the ship, they were massive. So he could probably be like standing on some like the end of well, depends on how low the water that they're at is. So he could just stand back up and just walk back towards where Joy Boy is. It wouldn't even affect him
Then
because of
again,
how
wasn't
big
his
he is.
robot damaged as well?
Say that again.
Wasn't the robot damaged as well? Or found
Yeah,
in the
that
boat?
is true.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
so
was damaged. I just don't want him to go outside, man. I'll be
I
real,
don't.
man. Because now,
I don't. But the fact that he landed in the water, I don't know, man. I hope he can
no,
swim.
I believe. No, here's my bet. For the next chapter, when we do read on the day we do our podcast, right?
Mm.
My thing is, he's gonna get back up. That's my bet. I could be
That's your.
wrong again, like I've been multiple
Then
times.
my bet is I do want him to get back as well, but he's landed in the sea. He's damaged as
But you
well.
don't. You have to think about it, Yasin, right, my bro?
Mm.
If he lands in the sea, right? He hasn't got a devil fruit, and B, if he lands in the sea, is that you're basically saying that will be the end of him, so we won't get to see no more of him. So basically, in a sense, they've just captured him, and or he's just knocked out in the sea, and then that's it. He's done his part because he's already out cold. There's
Mm.
more to come.
With the robot.
This is the Iron Robot. He's probably
Oh,
going to
so
do
he's not
something.
like. Are you saying that he's not? He's gone for now, but he's gonna come back later.
Mm,
Okay, yeah,
you
I'll
know,
believe that. I'll believe that. I'll believe that. Yeah, I'll
because
definitely
if
believe
he's if he gets knocked back and he's gone in the sea and he's done, That's it. We ain't seen more of his story
No,
because that
I
would have
feel
been
like what's gonna happen is he gets knocked out, and but he won't come back until a later chapter.
yeah,
So he won't come back now or the next chapter after that. Probably be like a couple of arcs.
yeah. But here's the thing:
But we
the
could be
the
wrong.
the the elder
I
stars. Who do they go after? Because they've knocked him back now. Do they
no,
still
they
go
need
after
to say
him?
about the message.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But do they
And
still
after
just to
the
be sure
message,
that?
I mean, this is what I feel like. After the message, they probably be like gone by now.
Hmm,
I don't know, man.
nah.
But
As in,
yeah,
when you say
I
after
put
the message, you think they're gonna just go home? They're gonna go back to Marijua?
no, not them. I'm talking about the Luffy and them. Lot. They're gonna be out to sea by now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So they
Yeah,
won't have anyone to attack
that is
because
true.
they. That's why I like the why the robot got involved because there was no way these lot were gonna get out of the island unless someone of importance came to um gain their attention. It was the robot, and the reason why is because the transport the snail was inside him. You get it? So it makes sense. He was the distraction I needed, and I'm so glad that happened. But man, I do want him to come back. Like he gets up, he's like, "Yo, round two," but he landed in the water and he was damaged. I don't think he's gonna come back.
There's hope, my bro. In
There's
this
hope, man. I
industry,
really
there's
hope,
hope.
but my luck is not the greatest, man. But
There
yeah,
is hope, man.
there's hope. But you
But
know what?
yeah,
But if this happens, like
hmm.
he gets knocked into the water, I'd lo- I would think of it. He come back in another arc or two. I don't think they're gonna destroy someone that cool and then dash him away like he's not. Come on, no, don't do that. Don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. Fuck. But yeah, uh, that's the end of that chapter, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the end of that chapter, guys. Yeah, we've come
Phew.
to an end. Sadly, we'd love to
Yep.
talk about more, but that's about
That's
it.
it.
So again, guys, this I would say this was a great chapter. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe.
Mhm.
Follow us. If you've got any questions, please ask us daily. We'd be much happy to answer. We'd like to talk to you guys, see what you guys think, and we're just here. Feel free to just say whatever's on your mind. Again, thank you for tuning in. Yasin,
Yeah, like Horsey said, man. Thank you for listening. Yeah, like if you like the stuff, subscribe. Tell us what you think, and that's it, man. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Ah, then. Bye, guys.
take it easy. Bye, guys.